Habari ma Africa, asante kwa kutazama King Said So. Ladies and gentlemen, there's an interview I missed that happened about a week ago of the Youth League president of the ANC, Collen Malatjie. Wow, what an interesting interview actually. Collen Malatjie covered a lot of things, even saying that, he can advise that the CIC, Julius Malema, to disbandle the EFF and come back home to the ANC. Collen Malatjie feels like the decision to expel Julius Malema from the ANC was a harsh one, that the ANC could have dealt with the situation a little bit differently. He then turns around and calls the president of the MK political party, Jacob Zuma, a snake. And he says this snake will devour the EFF party because Julius Malema has welcomed this snake into his house, the party, and now the house is busy crumbling down because of this snake inside. There's a lot of things that Collen Malatjie said. He said, listen, the Youth League is back. So the EFF is non-existent because the Youth League has found its voice again in the ANC. I want us to break down this interview and break down a little bit more as to this idea of the EFF disbanding and going back to the ANC. Is that even possible? Is that even something that the fighters would entertain? I don't know. Let's talk about that and much more.
Welcome to King Said So, Africa's one land, one language, one currency, one army on King Said So. Africans can unite. Your Pan-Africanist podcast. Enjoy.
Peace in Pan-Africanism to all my African brothers and sisters from all around the world. Welcome back to King Said So. I'm your host, Kagiso Hlongwane Zinchifa Sono. And we're back at it again with another one. And this time around, we're going back to the mother body, the mother party, the biggest liberation movement in Africa, the ANC. Well, Collen Malatjie is a very interesting character in the ANC. I think Collen Malatjie would admit himself that when he founded the ANC Youth League as the president of the Youth League, he found it a very wounded animal, and it has not been doing good. According to Collen Malatjie, in the recent time, the ANC Youth League is resurfacing again, and I don't know if that is true, but he feels like they are doing good again. This interview for me, shows me where the mentality of the ANC is. Because when you look at people who lead the Youth League of any political party, those people are then assumed to be future leaders of that political party. You saw it with Abu Gigaba, you saw it, with everyone that leads the Youth League, Abu Fikile Mbalula and the likes. At the end, they're going to be in the top structure because, succession is very important. Collen Malatjie speaks about the people that left the ANC was actually a good thing. I mean, he expresses that Jacob Zuma himself is a snake that will devour the EFF. Let's listen to Collen Malatjie's thoughts and break them down.
We see mass people moving to the MK party. Do you think the EFF is going to suffer the same fate?
Look, in the ANC, it was good that people that have left because all the 30 people that don't want in the ANC, don't believe in our values and principles, have left. Now, it gives us a new opportunity to build a new, cleaner organization. Now, South African must be happy that all the criminals have left the ANC, they are now in MK. And that's a good move because a lot of people did not vote at all. Now, if you say people have left the ANC and went to MK, it's not true. A lot of people did not vote. Those who have left the ANC are those that the ANC no longer needs. They must go there. The mistake Julius did is to think Zuma forgave him for him pushing the removal from office. Zuma is not a forgiving person. He's going to destroy him because he's doing everything in his power to destroy him because he's settling scores with him. He went to Nkandla, they took some jets there, to meet Zuma, they were drinking coffees and teas while Zuma is eating him from within. He is to blame, Julius, because he brought a snake into his home. Now the snake is eating all his kids. Now he is to blame. He must take responsibility for bringing a snake into his home. It's him who went and collected the snake. And if it's biting him, wish him all the best. But if he wants a poison to kill the snake, he must come to us. We'll give him the poison to kill the snake. But he is to blame for what is happening. He was running his own political party. Yes, the Youth League now is coming stronger. It has weakened the EFF because the voice of the youth is back. Remember, the EFF was built on the basis of youth and youthful organizations. When the Youth League was not active, a lot of youth saw the EFF language more responsive to their issues. But now that the Youth League is back, it's difficult because the youth is coming back into the Youth League. But others is the one that is donating them. He's creating some black caucus things. We told him, don't do this thing, Julius, of bringing a snake closer to you. You've created a black caucus then in Parliament. You're exposing your members of Parliament to an agent, an operative who is known as a snake that is trying to eat the ANC now. You can see him, he was deployed to eat the ANC for years. He was eating it bits by bits. We fired him now. He has appealed, we were saying that he must further be expelled again. How do we have somebody who says that people must vote for MK, but he wants to be a member of the ANC? Now, you see, it's a very sophisticated snake that is highly trained by agents to collapse progressive organizations of this country. Now,
so this mentality of the ANC is the reason why the ANC is going to continue to lose members. I don't understand why a political party would be happy to lose members. Yes, I get it if you say people are corrupt, people, they were not here, but you're failing to keep your members. And the EFF is also falling on that trap. Members are leaving and they are saying, goodbye, bye-bye, we'll see you later. Everybody underestimated the MK political party because when Zuma left the ANC, they were happy that he's expelled, everything. People were happy, but they did not anticipate the damage it's going to do to the party. And I keep on telling you guys, whether you're EFF, ANC, MK, whatever, do not be happy when members leave your party. Those members are votes that you're going to need in the future. This issue of saying the ANC wants to build a clean ANC, they want to build up fresh, let these criminals go so that we can build. Yeah, well, how long is it going to take you? And honestly, are all the corrupt people gone in the ANC? I don't think so. Collen Malatjie makes a point, and this is the same point that Julius Malema made just a week ago. He said the mistake that Julius Malema made was to think that Jacob Zuma has forgiven him for running the campaign to take Jacob Zuma down. I don't know. I've always maintained that Jacob Zuma, for me, it looks like he has forgiven he has forgiven the EFF for what they did. Otherwise, why would he have all of these EFF members coming into his party? That is a very dangerous move, because, my first assumption when Floyd left was these EFF people are going to the MK, seeing the MK as a threat to destroy the MK from within. And maybe I was wrong with that. It looks like I was wrong with that. But that theory, I'm still parking it on ice. It's still a possibility, seeing the amount of EFF members that have found themselves in the MK party. So, yeah, maybe Collen is correct. Maybe, Jacob Zuma has not forgiven Julius Malema in particular. Maybe not so much the other members like Abu Floyd, but Julius Malema in particular. We don't know. And Julius also is having that feeling, this guy has not fully forgiven me. So Julius is playing his cards safe to say, let me just stick to what I know, which is the EFF. This issue of Collen Malatjie saying the EFF has created a black caucus in parliament. He should be embarrassed for saying that. What must they create? A white caucus? A mixed caucus? We are proud as people who are of African descent, the indigenous people here, that there are political parties in parliament that are trying to fight for us as African people. Not political parties that are there to fight for everyone, because other political parties don't mix around their words. The Freedom Front Plus makes it clear who they are fighting for. The DA makes it clear who they are fighting for. We saw it in the Bella Bill. We know they don't even want our children to be in the same school, never mind the same classroom. So we are proud that the EFF is there creating this black caucus for us African people. Collen Malatjie must get his things straight there. He's saying that Julius Malema must disbandle the EFF to join the ANC again. Really?
That he leaves the snake or what? But the advice I can give him now, at the rate is going, the EFF, there's no growth for the EFF. It's the best time to collapse the EFF and come back to the ANC, try to build a stronger force. But if he's not doing that, he will end up like Hope. That's where he's going.
Would you accept Julius back in the ANC?
Yes, why not? We'll accept him any day. Julius is trained by the ANC. Everything he knows and does is trained by the ANC. He's a product of the Youth League. He's a product of COSAS. He's a product of the Youth League. Now, he's been a comrade. There's nothing he's doing now that is landing the EFF. Even how he walks, he speaks, his ANC things, ANC politics. He's an ANC person. The only problem is that we're reckless to how we fired him and expelled him from the ANC. I think that decision was too harsh. We should have found a better way. He went out of emotions, misled by Floyd, who never loved or being a member of the ANC. They went and formed a political party that now Floyd has left because of the snake that ate him. He went to stay with the snake in a very highly tribalized political party where he will regret himself because there is no political party that is formed on the basis of Zulus only that will allow a Tsonga like Floyd to lead it. Now, it's given already revolting against him there in the MK because it does not belong there because it's a tribal party that is formed on the basis of tribalism. But we're saying that he must come back, bring everyone in. Let's strengthen the movement. Let's bring everyone to come and assist the movement. The doors are always open for everyone who wants to come back. All those are clean. As long as he's not coming here with corrupt behaviors and charges of corruption, he's a clean person of society. He has learned from his mistakes. He can come into the African National Congress.
Wow, the ANC is playing politics again. This is a very good option that the ANC is giving to the EFF. Not that the EFF would take it, but it won't hurt the ANC just to put that ballpark to place the ball in the field of the EFF to say, guys, if you want to come back, we're still open for it. Depending on obviously the negotiation and what capacity. I'm just entertaining this thought. I know it's highly unlikely to happen. Maybe in a coalition form where the EFF and the ANC reach an agreement to work together, including the DA and the Freedom Front Plus, is possible, depending on how the EFF performs in the local elections, and the ANC performs. They might say, listen, EFF, you guys have got 9%, we've got 40%. We don't know where they will be standing after the 2026 local elections, but they might say, guys, please, man, we don't want to work with the MK. We would rather work with you guys. And it's possible that the EFF might take that option. He says there's absolutely no growth in the EFF right now. We can't judge right now. We can't tell. We have to wait for the elections. I mean, there's so many things. 1 week is too long in politics. So many things that can happen between now and the elective conference that can kill the EFF or wound it. And after that, there's so many things that can happen in their favor that can resurrect the EFF again. So you will never know what is going to happen in terms of politics. Who is to say that the ANC is going to have a clean slide up until those elections? Maybe some ANC members might leave for the EFF or the MK or vice versa. You will never know what will happen. But I'm happy that Collen Malatjie understand politics in a way to say, let me just throw the bait and just see if they will catch it or what is going on there. So that's a very good strategy. Yes, he does say that he feel like it was a reckless idea or a reckless decision to fire Julius Malema from the ANC. One of the biggest mistakes that the ANC did. Because the ANC could not solve its problems, could not discipline its members. Because I remember the way Julius was so desperate to stay in the ANC. He said, listen, even if I'm not a leader in any form, shape, I'm fine in the ground. Just don't expel me. Let me become a member. But Cyril Ramaphosa and Jacob Zuma had none of that. So they kick him out of the party. this issue of the MK being a tribal party, I don't know how to address this thing, because the MK political party has got votes outside KwaZulu-Natal. It's got votes in Mpumalanga, in Limpopo, in Northwest, in Northern Cape. I don't know this thing of tribal. Yes, it was started by obviously mostly Amazulu, but the party is now finding life. The colored people has found an expression in that party. Our African brothers, the Khoisan Kingdom has found expression in that party. The Indians have found an expression in the MK political party. So we don't know where the people take this thing. But he also spoke about Jacob Zuma, and it was very interesting, saying that Jacob Zuma wants to be an MK president, but he's still fighting not to be expelled from the ANC. Why?
The MK party has specifically been saying that the black smaller parties should collapse their parties and join the MK. So that they can have a bigger majority. This issue that they are speaking about, what do you call the 3/4? No, not 3/4. Two-thirds majority. Yes, the two-thirds majority. Is that something that you would also call for, to say no? Let's unite and form a united front and advance the issues of the NDR that you speak about.
The biggest liberation movement in the world. And the oldest is the ANC. Now, anyone else who wants to form a bloc must form it with the ANC. Now, anything else outside the ANC is formed by opportunist political organizations that are paid by agents to collapse the African National Congress. Now, it's the only organization with a track record to fight for South Africans is the ANC. Now, the same Zuma, who says he wants to be a member of the ANC, is saying that people must join a political organization that he does not want to be a member of. Now, those are serious contradictions. Now, if Zuma is demanding to be a member of the ANC, it means he believes in the values and the principles of the ANC. Why is he not mobilizing everyone to come to the ANC, mobilizing people to kill the ANC and go to MK, when he says he has appealed his expulsion that he wants to be a member of the ANC? Now, those are serious contradictions. I don't think people who are sound, who are not on drugs, must follow such madness. In summary, it does not even deserve dignity, that response. It's a mad call made by mad people.
One thing that I see as a downfall of the ANC ultimately is because of these old ANC people that were in exile, that were fighting apartheid, that are still in the ANC right now. The ANC has not truly reimagined itself in today's society. They want today's society to identify with the old ANC, not noticing that so many things have changed, So I think the ANC is not adapting to today's world. I mean, coming back to the issue of saying, what's his name? Saying that people who want to join the ANC must write a letter. Why do you want to make it difficult for people to join the ANC? Write a letter for what? Are they asking for a job, or what is it? Is it a job interview? What is going on for people? So the ANC has not, with these old minds, Abu Thabo Mbeki and all of them, I think those people are holding the ANC back because they feel like the ANC is theirs. They don't want the ANC to transform like the EFF is doing, to transform like the MK party is doing, just to find itself in today's society and brand itself as the ANC of today, and not like force us to say no, the ANC is the biggest liberation party of Africa, blah blah. All of those things, people of today don't really care. The youth of today don't really care about those things. But I think the ANC, especially Collen Malatjie, must understand that he's dealing with a youth that is technologically advanced. Social media is the main thing about winning perspectives on the social media space and everything on the digital space. So he must come and bring the youth league back the way we used to know the youth league. I don't think he's capable of doing it, but it's worth a try. It's worth a try. I'm also confused of this thing of Jacob Zuma wanting to challenge the expulsion. I know as a political move, he's keep on riding on that ANC wave. he, as long as his name is still interlinked with the ANC, Jacob Zuma is happy. But Jacob Zuma, in his true sense, all of these old people actually want to go back to the ANC. All of them who have left, if they've been given a chance, hope they would go back. They would go back to the ANC. But it is that type of a thing that it causes confusion in the MK, because I've heard even Floyd Shivambu, they don't know how to answer this question. But can a person, what does your constitution say about dual membership? Why is it that your president is fighting to go back to the ANC? Even though Jacob Zuma has explained it to us, say, guys, I'm fixing the ANC from here. I'm not going to allow that faction in the ANC to do as they please. I'm going to fix it from outside. We're going to create a new political party, disbandle it when the time is right to reunite with the ANC. And if you're an MK person, you are happy with the idea of going back to the ANC. In fact, whether you like it or not, that is the end idea of the MK political party. That green will be thrown in the dustbin for the colors of the ANC at the end. And that conversation is going to be carried around about 2028 there, when the ANC elects a new president for the party. So that is going to be very interesting. So yeah, that's why you guys tell me what you think about this interview of Collen Malatjie. Do you think there is a possibility somewhere, if Julius Malema wants to come back at the MK political party for doing what they did to the EFF, and maybe the president of the ANC is Panyaza Lesufi, and those guys, the Julius Malema goes back there and they work together just to keep the MK out of power? Do you think it's a possibility? I don't know. So I want to hear from you guys what you think about it. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. And guys, we are 7,000 subscribers away from getting our 50,000 subscribers before the end of the year. Please continue to click the subscribe button, hit the bell icon, and always leave your thoughts respectfully so on the comment section, so that we can engage ourselves. And those who are continuously supporting the Pan-African School of Economics, Technology and Agriculture, I thank you so much, my African brothers. Your contribution is making a big difference. And I will keep on reminding you, the 2nd and the 3rd of April 2025, we're having our main fundraising event here in Kimberley. So please, well, it will be in Barkley West, but please make sure that you stay tuned, stay informed, so that you see when the tickets drop and everything of that event is being announced, that you are part of that event. Don't make a mistake to miss this event, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for everyone who has continuously contributed to the Pan-African School of Economics, Technology and Agriculture. Let's change the future of our children. Until we meet again, don't forget to pray. After you pray, stand up, African child. Do your best so that God can do the rest. Peace in Pan-Africanism. I salute you.